Hey guys, especially sa mga kababayan ko from different parts of the world. I'm here again after a long time, about I think 1.5 months have passed and ngayon lang ulit ako nakapag-live. Then today guys, I will be continuing my session 3 of mentorship for one of my students. Although hindi siya ngayon online, pero I will be recording my session and will be sending to him. And lately talagang napaka-busy ako kasi I was applying for a new work. So right now I am already so starting this coming January I will be working on a different company. So my previous company for 8 years was Nokia, and starting January I will be working for Ericsson. So I will be mostly focusing on 5G technology, and at the same time I'm still trading the market every day. So I'm doing it part-time, so I develop a strategy that I can still enter trades after my work and will be able to monitor without being interrupted at my work. So great guys. So right now what we are going to do is really to continue my mentorship program for my student in the Philippines. So specifically I'm focusing on the Philippine market, but maybe I can correlate it with the global market. So if you are fine with that, you can stay tuned on the upcoming 1.5 hour. You might be able to get something out of this and will be really very useful for your own trading strategy. So I can see that some people are joining. So Peter, he is a software engineer. Wow, so great, Peter. So I'm not really good at software development, but I'm good at software testing. So basically in my company I do testing of the software, finding bugs and making improvements on the software. So actually I'm trying to partner to some people who can create automated trading system out of the strategies that I have. But since I have really weak, I'm really weak on software script development or program or software programming, so I cannot yet do that. So maybe I need more time for that. So at the meantime, everything that I do is really manual. So let's do this, guys. So by the way, just to advertise you, so if you really want to learn from me one-on-one, so stock trading in Philippine market, US market trading or option trading, forex trading, I'm also into it. So crypto, everything actually which is about financial market, I can really share to you my strategies, and you will really I think take advantage of it. So okay guys, on the very first session that we had with Chris, we discuss about how I'm screening the stocks in the Philippine market, how I am deciding. So the stocks, so out of my screen the stocks, I am still picking one by one, or watching the charts one by one. So not only the charts, but also the some disclosures or news, important news which is related to the company is very important to my trading, because I know that these are the things that drives the price up or down. So alright, so let's get this started. So I have a predefined screener that I have in my screen, and I mean my charting tool, which is called Investagram in the Philippine market. And there are a couple of basic things that I really filter. I want that the stock that I'm trading is very liquid, because liquidity, in terms of liquidity, I can make sure that the stock that I am trading is really not manipulated by few people or few institution. So once there is really a liquidity and enough volume, then I can be so sure that this is not prone to any kind of manipulation. So let's pull out my screening tool, and so I call it volume and trade number screener, because it's focusing more on the volume and the number of trades average per day. So the volume, I like that the current volume of the stock is trading at 2 times or 3 times than its average. So in the US market, it's called the relative volume, RVol. So I like RVol to be above 1.0. So sometimes I set it to 1.2. But remember that this RVol screening, especially in trading view, cannot be cannot yet reach 1.2 if the market is not yet closed. So if you are in the starting of the day, so if the market has just started, you cannot see that the RVol is already elevated. For some maybe, but it's very rarely. So it's good to screen 1 hour before the closing or when the market is totally closed. So RVol is very important because it's really telling you that there is some unusual volume or the stock is being traded more than its average, which is directly related to the interest of the people trading on it. So there can be some news or breaking news that came out, like the announcement of the effectivity of Moderna's vaccine. You will notice during that day that the volume was around, the RVol is around 9.0 above. So this is really very elevated. Okay, so let's start. I have my screener. Okay, so if you wanna, I am actually in Zoom. So this session is actually, I'm recording it for my student. So since it's Christmas, I'm going to share to you the meeting ID, but I'm not going to upload this video, okay, to the YouTube. Okay, so you are lucky if you are joining this session now. So I will be posting it in my Facebook page now, and when you have time to join me via Zoom, you will see my current post that I have just shared the link of the Zoom meeting. So you can join, but I will just mute you. The Q&A will just come later in the session. So don't ask too much during my presentation, so I have continuous recording. Just after the session we can have it. Alright, so okay, so let me start the so if you don't have Zoom, you can just listen or watch this live FB. That's okay. Alright, so upcoming start. So did I already? Okay, so yeah, I already see some people who are starting to join. So we can start this one. I will record this. So for those people who would like to avail the recording of this video, you can purchase this from me. So again, I'm not going to upload this video, okay, because it's really something very closed doors. So you will really learn many things from my strategies. Those students whom I'm mentoring, I'm really sharing almost everything. So if you ever admit to me for mentorship one-on-one, I'm pretty sure that you are going to learn a lot from my sessions. Alright, so let me share my screen. Okay, let me just clean everything here which are not needed. So my laptop can somehow function in the right way. So only this time that I could really make these videos, because I was applying a work, and then I was preparing for my resignation and trying to finish all my tasks on the previous company. So now I'm totally free, and I'm also open for my open for mentorship program for my students. Okay, let me share my screen. Alright, so yeah guys, so those who are joining now, I hope that somebody is ex-Nokia here. Okay, I think it was Reggie. Yeah, so you are already, wow, so we resigned at the same time. Yeah, so all of us have really many reasons to resign. So for example, in my case, I found really a better offer outside, and I'm becoming bored on the company. So for me, it's like it's a good time to start something new after 8 years. So sometimes it's really healthy to move to another place to work. All right, so guys, let me share. So participants, there are already 5. Wow, I think this is already good enough. So let me share to you how I'm screening it. So the first thing, this is my favorite screener in the Philippine market. And you know, in the past 3 months, I could say that most of the screen stocks here are really flying. So in the past 3 months, I could test the strategy plus the screening on the Investor Trading Cup. Although I was not really a very active trader there, but I could make swing trades. You know, I'm in Europe, and the time zone in Philippine market is ahead with 7 hours, so there is no way that I can day trade. So what I did was position trade and swing trading. So all in all, I could get 40% already since I joined the Trading Cup. So okay, so in this screen you will see that what are the parameters that I'm including. Current volume is greater than or equal than to the volume average. So it's very important for me, because I want something that is being traded than it's normal. So it denotes, or it shows very significant interest on market participation. And most of this, it's because of really that the stock is very interesting. So it's like for me, I'm trading where the money is. So that's always my motto. So where is the money? If there is a big news that came out, then I will be very interested to trade that, because many traders will come to trade as well. Okay, so the value average volume every day is 1 million, greater than or equal to 1 million. I don't like trading stock which is having an average below that. So in this way, I can really avoid stocks which are very illiquid. Okay, so nothing more interesting here, but in technical analysis or technical or moving average, I just focus on that the price is trading above the EMA 20. That's it. No EMA 50, no EMA 200. It's not important for me. And the reason is that I want to trade those stocks that are starting to reverse. So if you notice that those stocks that are just starting to reverse, they are most of them for example, from a big downtrend, most of these stocks are trading below EMA 200 and EMA 50. So, but those stocks which are recovering are, first, it is going above the EMA 20. And this is those kind of stocks that I am very interested. the volume is elevated and trading above EMA 20. If it is below EMA 20, I'm not yet interested. So that's the point here. So in this screening, you will be very, very sure that you are not late in entering the market, because at that point when it's starting to elevate its volume and trading above EMA 20, it's just usually the beginning of the reversal. All right, so, and another part of the screening is this. I want to trade stocks that have average trades of greater than or equal to 200. And then the ADX is above 20. So ADX is a momentum indicator. So not only that I want that the stock is trading above EMA 20, but I want momentum. So you can see the very basic things that I have here is volume elevation, reversing. So this is about trend. And the third is momentum. So these three elements are very, very important for me. And of course, it's also good to check the news that what is pushing that market. Or is it the broad market which is in general bullish? Or is it only that market or that particular stock which is moving upward? So it's very important also to know why is it moving. So it somehow gives you some kind of conviction whether that rally will sustain or not. Right? So that's all. So other traders are adding more, but I remain very, very simple on my process. So let's run this one. And you'll see that I have 27 stocks here. What I'm going to do next is to sort out this change from highest to lowest. In the Philippine market, we are interested only on the long side. We don't have the shorting yet. Maybe some institutional traders are able to short the Philippine market, but retailers cannot at the moment. So right now we have TBGI, ASIN, SIB, all ALITSI. So let's take a look one by one on these stocks. So by the way, you can see on my among the indicators that I have here, or moving averages, we have here EMA 20, EMA 50, and EMA 200. Nothing else. So these dotted lines that you can see are parabolic SAR. So it's denoting whether the bias is now up or down. So I can actually remove it, but just for visualization, it's just okay to just put it there. Also, it can also denote you the tightening of the range. So it can help you to judge. So you can see this part here, it's not yet tight, right? So this is not tight. So you can see here from here to here, the parabolics are up above the price and parabolics are below the price are tightening. So mostly tightening of the range produces an explosive move. So okay, so I'm basically not an indicator based trader. So most of the time I'm really focusing on the price structure and price action and the shapes, the sizes, and the pattern of the candles plus the volume. That's mostly my trading system, how I approach the analysis of my charts. So okay, let's look at now. So what I can say about now is that we have here, I always look at the 1 year first. Where are we at the 1 year time frame? So this is the low of the year, 1 year low, and the 1 year high. So basically, the current price is now trading very near to the 1 year high. So if we make the 1 year high as a kind of final target for that stock, then we have only a very little target ahead, right? So the best is really when it's just trading 25% from the low of 1 year. So this is the way how you can have some more upside. So I call it as a trading room. There are still more room to go upward. But I know that there are some certain strategies called an all-time high breakout. It's a different strategy, okay? So we can also trade in that way, but this time I'm not approaching the market in that way. So I always look at the high and low. You buy low and sell it high. So very simple. Okay, so what can I see from now is that we have about 26% upsides to the 1-year high. So that's quite okay, right? And then you see here, swing high, swing low, swing high, test the 1-year high, and then low. Again, it produces it engulfs. So this can be a very important support. Over here at 3.77. And then again, rally, swing high, swing low. We have here the swing low at 4.58. So this swing low here is our nearest support level, and the swing high here is our immediate resistance. So as you can see, we haven't broke out yet on that high. I mean swing high. So the candle just closed exactly on that level. So the next thing that you need to know is whether it's going to break out and continue to hit this 6.38. So there are 3 things that the stock can do. So let's review that. The first thing is that, okay, let me pull out my paint tool. There are 3 basic things that the stock can do. Okay, we have, let's see, this is the high and the low. Okay. So the upper side of the box is the high, lower side of the box is the low. There are 3 things that the stock can do. It can break out, pull back, and trend. That's the first thing that it can do. The second one is that breakout, pull back, and false breakout and trading range. Okay, the third one that the stock can do is that okay, just a moment. Somebody joined, and if you can please mute your microphone. By the way, I forgot to record. Okay, I record this one. Alright, so the third thing that the stock can do is that breakout, pull back, and then trading range. So the second one, by the way, is that so trading range is the third one. The second one is breakout, pull back, and false breakout. So it will head to the other side. So yeah, so that's the third things that the stock can do. So here with now we are anticipating a breakout, but this breakout they didn't break or close above the swing high, so it's still under observation. But the best, usually I enter this market not during this time when it is trying to break out, because there are traders here that are going to fake this breakout, to fade this breakout. So usually I am entering when it's going to the support level. And you can see this candle, the black candle, resting above the EMA 20. So basically this is a bear candle, and then what I'm going to look for is the break of that high of that candle, the bear candle. So this candle, basically we have here bears who are pushing the price down, and then the next day, once the market will break the high of that low, then they will be forced to close their trade because it is going against them. So yung mga nagshort, those who are trying to short this market will be, losing money. So because of that psychologically, they will trigger the buy order to close their position, So which is actually advantageous for those buyers, so for those who are long in this market. So that's why you have this push up. So this market, this solid candle is an effect of that. So okay, in the Philippine market you cannot really describe this phenomenon because we don't have a shorting. So when in forex or in US market, it is very, very obvious there. So this is called the short squeeze. Okay, so also this level, once it breaks out, we have here people who are shorting the market and will be forced to exit the trade because the market is now going against them. So again, it will trigger further buying. So, but at this time, we don't have yet the market closing above that. So I will wait until the price will have a daily close above this breakout level before I can say that it has a possibility to move up. In the US market, it is really, in the another broker, which is for US market, it is very, very good to analyze any instrument, because unlike Investagram, they don't have this session volume. So session volume is a kind of indicator or trading tool which can measure how many volume is entering in the market per price. So here we don't have that one. So instead, if you want to use some similar indicator, you may use the VWAP. So it's the volume weighted average price. Okay, so just a moment. So we won't be discussing that one, I'm just demonstrating to you. So you can replace your EMA 21 with a VWAP, it's also fine. So let me show this. This orange line is the VWAP, and it's good to use for on smaller time frame. So it is more helpful on lower time frame, like that. So how to use that is to buy only buy when price is trading near the VWAP, or if you are long, then you must be waiting for the price to go higher or above the VWAP. And if you are short, you must wait till the price is going below VWAP before you are shorting the market. Alright, so again, let's go back to the main analysis for Now Corporation. Let's remove this VWAP. Alright, so again, my typical entry is that here I am waiting for that pullback. So if the price is really far away from the EMA 20, I'm really not entering a trade on that, because for me the EMA 20 is the mean or the average price. Prices which are elevated or far away from the EMA 21, I consider it as overvalued. So I wait until the price somehow pulls back and rest on that EMA 21. Of course, you don't just easily or immediately buy whenever it touches the EMA 21, because it can happen that the price will still continue to move lower. So to make it sure that you are not immediately losing money, then you need to wait until the sell-off will stop. So like this one, this is a solid bear candle, the black candle, long range candle. It's denoting that there is a strong sell-off on the market, and it's not really time for you to buy. So just wait, patiently wait until we hit this EMA 21 and we have this a little bit hammer candle. So still a bear candle. Your entry will be a break above this high of the bear candle, which is sitting at the EMA 21. And see what happened. Boom. See what's the volume? That volume is really higher, multiple times higher than the previous 10 days volume. So that's what I'm talking about. I want market participation, because this is the way how the prices are driven upward. So without the market participation, even if the market or the price structure is very attractive, it might just, fluctuate, or you might come out just break even, or maybe you will just impatiently sell the stock because nothing is happening. So it's not just about the price structure, it's also about volume. All right, so your target will be here, the high of that. So by the way, one way also that how I can measure the target is by pivot points. So for a daily chart, I use monthly pivot. So pivot point, you need to pull out the trading indicator, which is called the pivot, and then by default it is set to traditional, and this one is set to auto. But I don't want the auto. I want to set it to monthly. This one is set to 20. This is just how many pivots. So basically we just need one or two. But okay, for the sake of studying the behavior of the pivots, then 5 is okay. So what does it mean? So by the way, I set the pivot point as white color, so that I know that where is the main pivot. So this is the main pivot. This is R1, R2. These are resistances. The pivot is like the ground. So it's like the base. If you are bullish, you want to buy the stock near the pivot. You don't want to buy the stock below the pivot when you want to be bullish, unless you are doing the counter trend trading or bounce plays. So okay, so right now, as you can see, you can even judge how the Now Corporation is behaving. Before, in the past month, the price is trading below the pivot. So basically, it's not yet a buy signal. So the next month, you saw that the the price is now above this previous pivot, but it's not yet a buy signal because the price is still elevated away from the EMA 20. So I will wait until it will drop or rest below at the EMA 20. Show me that hammer candle. I will enter the market when it breaks above that high of the hammer, and I will set a very tight stop loss below that hammer candle. So you see, I have only a very tight risk, which is around the risk is only what's that, 11 points, say 0.11 cents. So the target is can be this one, the high of that. Even with that, it's already a very attractive 0.40. So with that swing alone, it's already very attractive because 0.11 is the risk. Usually I have 1:2 risk reward. So 1:2, I am targeting 0.22 as a target. But this is already 0.40. And potentially it can still hit the R2. So as you can see, by the way, using a pivot, the target is actually the midpoint of the pivots. So from R2 to R1, that is basically the 50% of the pivot. So the traders made this as a target. That's why we stopped on that. So after hitting that, medyo nag-sell off. It sell off a little. But due to this volume, I am anticipating that this is not the final price of this stock. My estimate is that it can still retest this one, this high, swing high, which is also the midpoint between R2 and the R3. That almost the midpoint. And then if it can break out without hesitation, this can be your next target. Again, if it breaks out without hesitation, you can treat this high here at 6.38 as the next target. So it's also very, very close to the R4. So yeah. So right now, with this kind of setup, the price is already elevated from EMA 21. So what is the next step to do? You don't just buy right away just because we have here a very good price structure. You might want to better to wait until it pulls back a little, as long as it's still above the EMA 21, and then create again the next bear candle. Your entry will be the break above the high of the bear candle. Okay. Or if you want to trade a breakout, another opportunity for you to trade this market is we have here another post candle or a bear candle, which is 25% or 75%. Which is sitting just above this 25% retracement. So post candle and the break above the high of that post candle will be your entry to trade and hold it until the next targets. Right? So that way I was able to demonstrate to you how I am going to trade such kind of setup. So again, if the price, if ever it goes to this 4.55, it's already changing our expectation. So therefore we must be more patient, because it means that it wants to consolidate further. So it might want to go back to the pivot and just make a sideways move. Okay? And while it's making a sideways move, I will be hunting for other opportunities and wait for the next buy opportunity for Now Corporation. Okay, so now let me check if we have some questions online for my from my live FB. So by the way, Merry Christmas advance to everyone, and a Happy New Year to all of you. I hope that you will enjoy your Christmas with your families despite having this pandemic. So I know that many of you cannot go home to your own town, provinces, or countries or cities, but I wish you a Merry Christmas. So again, for those people who would like to learn from me one-on-one, or would like to purchase a copy of this recording, let me know. I have a lot of recorded videos from my past session, and your money that you pay me, it's totally worth for me, what I can say. So you can even judge it from here. So I share everything, so I don't make any distinction for basic trade or newbies or intermediate or advanced. Just every time I'm doing my session, it's really about sharing everything what I know. Alright, so the next stock that we are going to analyze is TBGI. So it has been showing us some very elevated volumes in the past, and might be that this is a very good opportunity to trade. So again, number one, I am putting, okay, admit. I am checking the 1 year chart. I plot the high and low. So this one the high is here, but so I try to check a little bit more to really to judge which one is the high. So basically the high is somewhere here, and there are still high. Maybe let me check the 3 years. What is the high of the 3 years? So the high of the 3 years is somewhere here. So this process that I'm doing now is just really about to gauge that where is the current price now with respect to the 1 year range, 2 years, or 3 years. So I know that what can I still expect from this stock. So if the stock has been trading already for more than 50% and near to its 1 year high, then don't expect too much, because it can test the 1 year high and then will pull back and make a sideways move, unless the price is breaking above that 1 year high. So it will be a different story. So in that case, it means that it wants to trade higher and maybe test the 2 year high or 3 year high or 5 year high, or this is the all-time high, no more resistance ahead. It is a clear blue skies and it can just skyrocket to the moon. Just kidding. All right, so 1 year high. So of course we want our analysis to be as realistic as possible. So the 1 year is the most realistic that it can be reached within a short period of time. Right, so basically, as you can see, TBGI has been trading in a sideways move in the past from May to September, and then started to make the higher high and higher low, and uptrending until now. So what can we see from this TBGI? So TBGI is trading a little bit above the EMA 21. So is it a buy signal? So let us check. So we have here volumes coming in since here. So in short, there are in this chart, there has been many people who are already very profitable since it broke out this high of the sideways move. So this is that high of the sideways move since this month of February. It retested July, then the next is September, October, then finally broke out, and now it is it broke out, pulled back, and then trend. So this is the first scenario that I have shown to you earlier. The first scenario is breakout, pull back, and trend. This is the first scenario. The second scenario is that breakout, pull back, and then false breakout. The third scenario is that breakout, pull back, and then move to sideways market. So this is the scenario 1. So this is the first base, rally, pull back, and then make another consolidation. So this is second level. So we are here now on the third one. And the question now is that are we going to buy it, or when are we going to buy it? So from here, the previous low that we have here based on this chart is here. So basically the buy trigger was here. So if you are just buying now, you are already late. And since you are late, you will be, if you are buying this current price, you are actually adding more risk. The risk is now 14%. So that is quite high, unless you wanna make your stop loss below this. So but this is again violating my own rule. I only want to buy the stock when it's trading just very near to the EMA 21. So I will skip this one and just wait until it's trading near to EMA 21. So you might find this attractive, but this is really violating my own rule. It's not good for me to violate my rule, because it can result to losses, and my trading won't be consistent anymore. So again, I'm late. So I'm late at the party, so better not attend. So let's check another opportunity. Okay, so this one, as in the buy signal was just triggered last February last trading day. You see that there is that doji candle which is trading just very close to the EMA 21. The break above that is a buy signal. So where will be your stop loss? So if you are trading the high of that low, I mean you enter this high of the low, breakout, then you set your stop loss here. So there is a chance also that somehow it won't trigger, but still move very close to the EMA 21. So it can happen. So what you can do is just to cut your loss and wait for the next opportunity. Okay, so target for ASIN. So again, I have here a monthly pie, but this will be my first target. R1, R2, and R3. You can also consider the midpoints. So that can serve as a target. So when do I consider the midpoints as targets? So I consider them whenever the candle is already showing bearishness. So for example, there is a bearish engulfing candle on that level, then that will be my target. I I can take profit, or maybe take half of my position. Or might be a pin hammer, which is an inverse hammer candle, denoting that there is a selling pressure already. So in that case, I can take profit and wait again for the next buy opportunity. Okay, so I can hear somebody who is, microphone is not muted. So please mute your mic, guys. I think maybe there is some option here to mute everyone. Okay. Okay, so I cannot see, but may I just request everyone to just mute your mic. Okay, let's check Cebu Pacific. So I remember some days ago I have already posted a kind of buy signal for Cebu Pacific, and yes, it is. Cebu Pacific is now flying high. So remember, so actually I am managing the fund of my aunt, and recently we got really nice profit from GFC and BLL. We are sitting at a nice profit already. We bought it at the month of September. So September, we are already 50% up, and it even went to 59%. So we are not yet, yeah. So I think last trading day I could not manage to wake up to exit or to sell. So maybe next trading day. So my trigger here is that, okay, let's check the pivot. So it hit the R1, it's a target. And then you see that this candle plus this candle is already engulfing this candle. So that is already an exit criteria for me. So I should have already taken profit last Friday. But I'm still sleeping when the market is closing in Philippines. So it's not easy for me to manage trades there. That's why most of my trades there are really position trade. So somehow I can still have the chance to exit on the next day if ever I cannot sell my stock. Alright, so let's check the next stock. Cebu Pacific. Some days ago this week, I have posted an opportunity to buy Cebu Pacific, and actually I think I have posted it also in my weekly stock updates. So okay, so this is a good trade. You see the volume spike. The buy signal is somewhere here. You see that bear candle sitting very close to the EMA 21, the high, the break of that high is a buy signal. So as you can see, this strategy that I am sharing to you right now is really allowing you to enter the market at its really nice price. So if you are just deciding to buy Cebu Pacific now, you are really late in the party, and you are putting yourself, your portfolio, or your fund at risk, because there is a possibility that it will still pull back before continuing. So pull back, retest this breakout. So let's say it will retest that. That's already an 11% downside on your position. So it's not really the good time to just blindly buy because you have two candles already here. So it's not time. You should enter the market when the market is just silent. So like that. And then suddenly break out of that plus with volume. Wow. And usually, you see here, this is the high, the swing high, the recent swing high, 52.28. And during that day, the stock closed at 54. So this is the kind of breakout that I like. So what does it mean? If the breakout is the breakout candle is closing a little away, or with some distance from the breakout point, for me that is a very bullish sign, because it kicked out all those bears traders, and now, so meaning to say they lost the tug of war. So what is dominating here are the bulls. So you watch out. So for short-term traders, you can trade this one, that if it close, if the candle or the daily candle closed way above from the breakout point, then it's a very good chance for a day trade. Because here, if you turn to 15 minutes or 5 minutes, you will see that there is a possibility to continue this move upward to the next target. So what is the next target? This midpoint and R2. So if we will inspect the candle, that closing candle, so we will just mark it here as the daily candle, and then turn to 15 minutes, you will see that it has a very, very great day trade opportunity. So this is that closing of the, okay, maybe here we can set the session lines. So status, precision, okay, in trading view, I am able to set the per session lines, or vertical lines, to separate the candles session by session. So okay, anyway, I won't look for it now. You see that there is that continuation, boom, boom, boom. So that is really a great day trade opportunity. So your stop loss very tight, the low of swing low of the previous day over here. So you treat that as your stop loss, and how many gains you can have. Wow. So that is a different strategy. It's a day trade opportunity, which I mostly use in the US market. If you would like to learn that kind of strategy, let me know, guys. So I teach again, Philippine market, US market, Forex, and crypto if you want. So crypto is very, very bullish nowadays. So might be a good chance for you to learn first the strategy before just blindly trading that market. Alright, so Cebu Pacific, by the way, just to summarize, we don't have in a kind of swing trade strategy or swing trade style. I wouldn't buy this one right now. So I will wait that the price is resting close to the EMA 21. The next is LHC. Again, it is way elevated from the EMA 21. So what was that time when it was really good to buy LHC? So my aunt we also hold this stock since I think September. We bought this September. So we are holding this for a really nice profit already. So September. So yeah, during this consolidation. So we have already, wow, 80%. Not only that, 100% already sitting with 100% gains from this stock. So for LHC, it's better for you to wait till it's pulling back and resting above the EMA 20 or near EMA 20. So when was that right time to buy LHC? So you see that bear candle sitting close to the EMA 21. You take the high of that candle, and then place your stop loss below the low of that candle. If it is sitting very close to the EMA 21, you can treat the you can set your stop loss below the EMA 21. It's also fine, because it can happen that it will still pull back a little and test the EMA 21 before continuing. Alright, so what happened? Boom. And then you see this one, this is the high of this swing. And you see this daily candle broke out and closed way above the EMA, this 3.34 resistance level. that is also a good trading opportunity. The next day will be a good trading opportunity, day trading opportunity. So that strategy, if you want to learn that one, let me know. Day trade strategy. Okay, next. So we have for DNL, as you can see, the buy signal has been triggered on the previous day. So this is the bear candle. You set the buy trigger when it breaks 7.35. Set the stop a little bit below the bear candle 7.0. And the good thing here is that this stop loss is below this EMA 21. So what is the target? These are the targets. So monthly pivots, R2, R3, R4, and consider also the midpoints. And you will also notice that this screening that I did is that most of them the prices are just sitting above the monthly pivot. If ever the price is already at R2 during that month, so like now December, I would skip that because if the price is already trading at R3, R4, the tendency is for the stock to revert to the mean. So what does it mean? So it has been extended already. So the next step is to pull back close to the EMA 21. So yeah, so you see also this volume spike. So this is when really the stock becomes interesting. Other days when it had that elevated R-ball was October. Here was just normal. So you look for that time when the R-ball just the volume spiked just recently. Okay, so next. Wow, this one is also attractive. So although a little bit late, but last week it was very, very good to enter. So we have here the bear candle, the break above the bear candle. So the buy signal was triggered last Friday. However, it did not break the high of that swing. So it cannot be a good trading, a day trade opportunity. But if ever it will break out and close way above this swing high, then that can be an opportunity to go long and anticipate move towards R2 to R5. You can also, by the way, one way also to gauge your target price is via Fibonacci. So I have here the Fibonacci retracement tool. You take that swing high, swing low, and I'm interested with this 1.272 and 1.618 and this 2.618. This will be my targets. So now let's compare it to the monthly pivot targets. So this 1.618 is equal to the R2. 2.618 Fibonacci is very close to the R4 or midpoint. So you just decide which one is more convenient to you. What about this one? DD. The buy signal was triggered a long time ago, but it also provided another opportunity to buy. So here, the stock was still trading below the EMA 21. Then later on, it rallied, pullback. Then here, we have here that bear candle sitting close to the EMA 21. The break above that is the buy signal. Your stop loss will be below that bear candle. So it retested again, provided another opportunity to buy for those who could not enter early. So I usually see this kind of behavior that whenever we have this long range, long wick here, the bearish signal, usually these are the kind of stock that when it pulls back, it cannot really just easily break out. It takes time. It, consolidates for some time before really deciding to break out. So if you see this kind of wicks, which is upper wick, it means that there are a lot of sellers here. So the stock cannot just easily break out and continue the rally. So it will take some time. So just like this. All right. So next. So by the way, these things that I'm showing to you now are opportunities for the next week. So basically, I'm just giving you a free signal. So just to advertise to you, for those who would like to get my weekly updates, a signal for Philippine market and the US market as well. I have different groups for the two. I send out the signal for Philippine market via email. So I just add you to my mailing list, and my stock updates are now written or posted in the Google Sheet, and you just give me your email address, and then you will always receive that updates every weekend. So these things that I'm showing now are actually the stocks that I'm going to add to my updates for the upcoming week. So you see that this one, LC, just making a sideways move, and here it made a very tight consolidation, and then suddenly very tight or very huge volume spike. So the R ball is quite elevated compared to this, so around R ball 2.0. So when was that best time to buy the stock? So you have here the bear candle sitting above the EMA 21. The break above that is your entry. If you put you see that if you put this stop loss very tight, the next day you will be stop out immediately. So if you are setting a stop loss, somehow you should give more time, more space for that. You might want to check at the left side that where is the recent swing low. So I saw here a recent swing low, so I would really put my stop loss somewhere here, a little bit far, because this LC is a little bit volatile. So we have here a stop loss of around 6.2, 6.4%. So what will be my target? By the way, this market is having this price structure also. It just broke out, but it seems that we have a sell-off here after the breakout. So it might be that it will pull back and retest this part here. This is also price broke out there, and then it might retest that. So if ever it pulls back and then hold without having a daily close below this, it can be a signal to still buy the market. Or you have here a bear candle, your entry will be the break above the high of the bear candle. So what will be my targets for LC? So monthly pivots here. So it's very easy, right, to see the targets. So you can also gauge your target based on this price structure. So you have here that high, you have here the low of the pattern, so high, low. So this is actually a bullish flag pattern. So bullish flag, you take the height of the flagpole, and then you extend that here. So a little bit, so it's quite high in terms, if we will trade this breakout of the pattern. So it has really a very high upsides. So in terms of monthly, it even exceeded the R5 pivot. Right, so there are more, but the P core is the last one. I mean, it's already having some small daily gains, so we might not be interested in those. So this filter, by the way, that I set, you can always save it, and then you can set on such way that you are always receiving an email every day. So You don't need to always screen, but anyway, it's not really hard to screen the stocks as long as you save it here. I have also other screeners here which are good for other strategies. Alright, so I hope guys that you learned today's session. And this, again, for those who came late, this session is actually recorded for my student who is already on the third day session. And I just go live so somehow some of you can learn. And if you would like to avail the full recording of this session, then let me know, because it's available for purchase. So let me know. But if you would like to book a session with me one-on-one, you would like to learn how to trade the Philippine market, or you might want to learn how to trade the US market or Forex market, crypto, name it, or option market, you would like to learn them, then let me know. So thank you guys for coming around, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. Bye guys.